Hello everyone, welcome back from my channel. Today we are going to do the exercises from Cambridge Primary Science Workbook 4. 5.3 Light reflects off different surfaces. Focus. Question number 1. Sarah is looking at her face in the mirror. A. Describe the surface of the mirror. Choose from the list dull, shiny, bumpy, smooth. Smooth and shiny surface. B. What name do we give to the reflection of Sarah's face in the mirror? Image. C. Complete the sentence to explain how Sarah sees her face in the mirror. Light shines from the lamp onto Sarah's face. Light from Sarah's face travels to the mirror. The mirror reflects Sarah's image into her eyes. D. Why can't Sarah see her face in a piece of wood? Sarah cannot see her face in a piece of wood because wood does not reflect light. Practice. Question number 2a. What could Aaron and Marcus use instead of a mirror, a sheet of aluminum foil, or a wooden chopping board? So Aaron and Marcus can use a sheet of aluminum foil instead of a mirror. B. Explain why you chose the surface you wrote in your answer to the previous question. Because aluminum foil can reflect light. C. How do you think people look at their reflection before there were mirrors? I think people look at their reflection from the water surface before there were mirrors. D. Do all surfaces reflect some light? How do you know this? Yes, all surfaces reflect some light. Otherwise, we could not see them. Challenge. Question number 3. Mr. Damsong is driving his car. He looks in his rearview mirror to see the cars coming behind him. These events describe how the rearview mirror helps Mr. Damsong to see what is behind him. But they are in the wrong order. Write numbers 1 to 6 in the first column. Number 1 describes the first event and number 6 the last event. Order of event. Light from the sun shines on the car behind Mr. Damsong. The light reflects off the car behind Mr. Damsong. The light travels to the rear view mirror. The light reflects off the rear view mirror. The light travels into Mr. Damsong's eyes. Mr. Damsong sees the car behind him. 5.4 Light in the solar system. Focus. Question number 1a. Complete the table by filling in the second column. You will find the letters on the diagram. You will need to use some letters more than once. The first one is done for you as an example. Letter on diagram. Moon, D. Sun, C. Earth, E. Orbit of the moon around the earth. B. Orbit of the earth around the sun. A planet. E. A star. C. A body in space that gives out light. C. A body in space that reflects light. E or D. B. List the planets in the solar system beginning with the planet closest to the sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. C. Write down 3 other types of body in the solar system besides a star and a planet. 3 other types of body in the solar system besides a star and a planet are asteroids, moons, and comets. Practice. Question number 2. A. What does this diagram represent? This diagram represents a solar system. B. Name the body label 1. This is the Sun. C. Name the planets 2, 3, and 4. 2 is Mercury, 3 is Mars, and 4 is Neptune. D. How long does it take Earth to make one orbit around the Sun? It takes 365 1.4 days or 1 year to make one orbit around the Sun. E. Does Venus take a longer or a shorter time than Earth to make one orbit around the Sun? Venus takes a shorter time than Earth to make one orbit around the Sun. F. Explain your answer. Because Venus is closer than the Earth to the Sun. G. Which planet takes the longest time to orbit the Sun? Explain your answer. Neptune takes the longest time to orbit the Sun, because Neptune is a planet farthest from the Sun. Challenge question number 3. Read how scientists have changed their ideas about planet Mars. Mars is often called the red planet because it looks red in the sky. The ancient Romans called the planet Mars after the god of war. They associated the color red with war. In the 17th century, the telescope was invented. When you look through a telescope, you see everything much larger. Scientists use telescopes to study Mars. They observed that Mars spins on its axis and they observed ice on Mars. They thought that people lived there. They called the people Martians. In the 19th century, telescopes improved, so scientists could observe more about Mars. They saw that Mars has 2 moons. In the 20th and 21st centuries, many spacecraft have visited Mars. Rovers have landed on Mars and sent back information about the rocks, the ice, and the atmosphere, the air surrounding the planet. We now know that the red color is caused by iron oxide in the rocks. Scientists now know that the atmosphere around Mars consists of carbon dioxide. A. What is Mars? Mars is a planet. B. Is Mars closer to the Sun or farther from the Sun than Earth is? Mars is farther from the Sun than Earth is. C. How does a telescope help scientists to observe the solar system? A telescope magnifies everything. D. How did people observe Mars before telescopes were invented? People look at the night sky with their eyes. E. What did the Romans know about Mars? They knew it was red in color. F. Write down 2 things that scientists discovered when telescopes were invented. Scientists discovered that Mars has 2 moons. They discovered that there was ice on Mars. G. What information have scientists obtained recently that explain why Mars is red in color? Scientists obtained recently that the atmosphere consists mostly of carbon dioxide. Mars is red in color because the rocks contain iron oxide.